Fallout 3. Hunting down bobbleheads and stat-increasing items. Health is about at half, but I figure I'm good for the time being. Walk out of the store after getting lucky shades. Talon Company Merc encountered. There's nowhere to take cover for about 200 meters in any direction, except for one burnt-out car. Out of stim packs. Last save is from hours ago. An autosave is me coming out of the fucking store. Hunkered down behind this car, saying my prayers, ready to make the last stand with the little bit of shotgun ammo I have left. 2 Yao Guai come charging over the hill and rip the mercs to shreds. That's why you always take the animal friend perk. Be a guy who spends his entire post-apocalyptic career in a giant dinosaur selling tiny dinosaurs. This nutjob courier comes in and wants a tiny rocket. Ask him if he wants a tiny dinosaur. He knocks me out and steals all 200 tiny dinosaurs and rockets in the little storeroom. I just wanted to sell them to happy children. Be me. Be 26. Be former military. Be following this mailman who helped me out. Be checking out some old shitty ruins with him. Suddenly, knockout gas. No shit.jpg. Wake up God knows how long later. Mailman's nowhere to be found. Look for a few hours. Find nothing. Decide to go back home. A few days later he comes back. He's giddy as fuck. Also has some new scars. We go to a gun store. He buys an anti-material rifle, a carbine, and a fuck ton of ammo. He pays for this shit with 2 gold bars. Solid gold bars. Next thing I know, we're headed someplace else. He asks me if I want to avenge my wife. Hell yeah, .jpg. We get on a boat. The mailman says he forgot medical supplies. He shrugs. I look at the map. We're going right into the Legion Fort. What the shit.png. He hops off the boat. Gate guards look at him confused. He fucking wastes one of them on the spot. Freakout.exe. Take out new rifle and shoot another guard. His entire chest explodes. More guards are running at us with machetes. Take one down, but the gun's too slow. The mailman puts away the carbine and takes out an oversized revolver. Suddenly, he gets this blank look on his face. He then fires 6 consecutive headshots and starts reloading. One of the guards slashes him across the hand. He doesn't even flinch. The guard slashes him a second time. Then he shoots him in the face. Keep heading up towards the top of the fort. Waste anybody that comes near us. Finally, the command tent. Everyone outside is dead or dying. He proceeds to take more drugs than I've ever seen. We storm the tent. Mailman gets that blank look again and raises his revolver. Guards punching him in the head. Doesn't flinch. Starts shooting. See him. Caesar. The source of all my troubles. Revenge.exe. He's running at me. Explode his head. Everyone is dead. Mailman walks up to a piece of brain. Pulls out some coins. Asks me to wait here. Goodbye. Leaves. My face when? Be me. Easy Pete. Stack some of my dynamite in a secret place for emergencies. Hunk of junk computer drags a dead courier into Doc Mitchell's house. A few days later, courier walks out of Doc's house fit as a fiddle, jumping on fences and looking in people's mailboxes. Runs around town like he knows everybody and starts a mob to help Ringo kill the powder gangers. Ask me for my dynamite. Hell no, you can't have my sticks. Skims a magazine in front of me showing his city folk manners haven't been forgotten. Ask me for my boomsticks again. Well shit, sure pal. Fucking city folk. Be raider out in the wasteland. Do nothing but shoot drugs and stand around. One day, while poking a dead animal with my pool cue, I hear shit back in camp. Probably just some rats or some shit. Go and check. Oh fuck.jpg. It's the fucking mailman. Heard about this guy on the radio. He could literally pause time and punch you in the face so hard you explode. Friends throw everything they have at him. Taking multiple shots to the head, arms, and torso like it's nothing. Violently exploding my friends with his fists. Looking through my inventory while this guy is plowing through my friends. Remember the hand grenade I've hid in my ass for emergencies. Hearing body parts landing around me and friends fighting for their lives. Have grenade in my hand, getting ready to throw. Guy has smeared the camp with all my friends and now looks at me. Pull pin and throw. It bounces on the ground and literally explodes right in front of the guy's head. He shrugs it off, then jumps towards me with the fury of 1,000 bulls. Grab my pool cue. Ask if he likes the sight of his own blood. He gets closer. My face went. At Camp McCarran. On KP duty because lol sexist comments. Random guy walks in with ranger armor. Has a Sequoia. Takes off helmet. Where's the fucking recruit desk? I'd like to sign up. Buys all our beer and Salisbury steaks. Pays in Legion coin. That was a weird day. Get ordered to help some guy who radioed in for help. Sprint there as fast as I can with my squad. It's that fucking guy again. Surrounded by like 15 Deathclaws. We take pot shots at them. He decapitates every single one with a fire axe. Wait. What the fuck? Possibly related story. Be protecting that highway back to California. Guy in ranger armor arrives. Talks to drunk redhead bitch. Takes her with him on some quest. Buys all our spare ammo. Tells us the Legion is prepping an assault from the east. And that a freehold settlement was completely razed. Repaired a few of our items and sold it back to us for double the price. Who the fuck is this asshole? Be stationed at Helios 1. Some jackass in a business suit is hopping down the road like a retard. He gets ambushed by some Legion assassins. Look at all the fucks we give. It's not like our service rifles can do anything to their bulletproof Mardi Gras masks anyways. He manages to kill a couple, but then appears to have run out of ammo and starts running towards us. We collectively shit our pants. Not knowing what else to do, the lol female lieutenant tells everyone, including the fucking dog, to charge face first into the assassin with the super sledge. I, meanwhile, get trapped in a fucking hill and can't do anything but take pot shots at a guy throwing spears at the dirt in front of me. Meanwhile, everyone else dies. He finally gets his shit together and takes one of their brush guns and kills them all. Not knowing what else to do, I stand half buried in the hill for a few days until reinforcements dig me out. True story. Be guy that does money checks for the gunrunner seller bot. The other day, I see over 160,000 worth of caps used in a single transaction. What the fuck? Recheck money. It's right. He bought literally every gun we made in a single transaction, along with all the ammo and parts. Who the fuck is this guy? Waiting to assault the Legion-controlled Camp Nelson. Lieutenant comes running up with some guy I've never seen before. Everyone is getting ready. Suddenly, the stranger starts taking more drugs than I've ever seen in my life, all the while keeping a completely blank stare on his face. Stranger takes point and charges directly into camp with what appears to be a varmint hunting rifle. He is getting shot multiple times all over his body. He keeps taking drugs and blasting Legionnaires. After all the dust settles, we walk up to him. Not a wound on him, not even blood. He collects his pay, loots the entire camp and leaves. I have seen God, and he is a drug addict in a vault suit. Start vault. Get 3 dog as one of my first dwellers. Highest charisma equals he's gonna make a lot of babies. 5 hours later, have a vault full of dogs. Jenny dog, Larry dog, Snoop dog. Life is good in the vault with all my dogs. Open game one day to notice all my dogs are gone. Seems like someone has taken it upon themselves to release all my dogs. All I want to know is, who let the dogs out? Be NCP and Novak. See some guy come into town. Hear this faggot on the radio, called the mailman or some stupid shit. Always jogging, never just walks, always in perfect synchronous. Arms come up and down the exact same amount every time. Must be a cardio fag. Has some floating metallic eyeball following him that never adjusts altitude. See him jog up to the dinosaur statue in our town. Comes out a little later. Goes to the front desk of the local bar. Comes out with a manager following him a little while later. Sweet lady. Takes her to the front of the statue. They stand there for a minute as he takes off his backpack. Rifles, pistols, food, and dynamite start flying out the moment he unbuckles it. How did he keep all that shit in there? Finds what he was looking for apparently. Puts on a red beret. All the shit that was in his backpack rematerializes back into it. This is where shit gets weird. The hotel manager's head is fucking paste a couple of seconds later. What the fuck, .jpg? Mailman strips her down to her underwear, stuffs her brain-stained clothes in his backpack, jogs back to the statue, goes inside, comes back out a little later with the sniper that guards our town following him. I still don't understand what the fuck is going on. He sees me, starts jogging towards me. Oh, Jesus. Right before he reaches me, he jumps 6 feet in the air and freezes like he's about to judo kick me. The forces of gravity are on his side. Starts talking to me. Completely losing my spaghetti by this point. Starts acting retarded. Act like I was stung by a rad scorpion in the brain. First thing I thought of, maybe he thinks I'm an idiot and he won't hurt me.
I have some more questions,
he says. Oh, okay.
Goodbye.
Tell him to watch out for communists. He returns to Earth and jogs away. I need to get out of this fucking desert. Be minding my own business, jacking off in Sloan to some jazz and tunes. Can't work, cause Deathclaws are still having an orgy in the quarry. Would call in for NCR to clear them out, but my spoiled bitch con daughter is in the quarry too, and I'm kinda hoping they'll eviscerate her and her drugged up fuck buddies. Been on jet all morning. About to start round 2 when I see a goddamn waster walking down the highway towards the quarry. Dressed in what I think used to be a fancy black suit, but is now several strips and stained in blood. Holy balls, so much blood. This guy has more bullet holes covering him than skin. He's leaving a waterfall of blood behind him, my god. As I watch the guy, he takes out 5 needles of morphine and stabs it into his arm for half a second before throwing them aside. Discarded stim packs get thrown at my pet Snuffles and go right through his leg. Asshole waster walks up to me. Says his name is Schmuggums McGee. Being as fucked up as I am right now, I say something about the Deathclaws down the road. Guy immediately offers to kill all the Deathclaws. Keep in mind, the guy has nothing but the tattered remains of a suit and a motorcycle helmet with more dents in it than the moon. Dickhead is armed with nothing but a pair of yellow boxing gloves. About to tell him to fuck off when I look him in the eyes. Fagbag's eyes got that 20,000-mile stare. Slight grin on his face. Several high-caliber bullet wounds in his forehead. Tell the shitbird he's got the makings of a hero and send the asshole off to get fucked up the rectum by the foreskin lizards. For about at least 6 hours, nothing. Don't hear a thing except for the normal orgy sounds of the penis geckos in the quarry and the occasional moan from Snuffles as he gets high off those used needles. At 7 p.m. I hear this great roaring, not the usual lizard orgasm roaring, but like death pain roaring. Everybody in Sloan stops what they're doing. Suddenly, over the crest of the hill, we see him. Schmuggums McGee, the fucker, who looks as if he has both his arms dislocated and literally missing the entire left leg, and appears to be hopped up on so much psycho that his eyelids have burst off. Is hopping on his remaining leg up the hill, now entirely naked as his clothing has all been ripped off, carrying the body of the alpha male with his teeth. He walks into town, drops the body on the floor, and says he got rid of the Deathclaws. I'm about to talk when he also tells me he healed Snuffles' leg, and says it's like it was some kind of service. I let that slide because I want this naked gorefest out of my sight as soon as possible. I give him 15 caps and he leaves. Alpha Deathclaw male wakes up and ass rapes everyone in town. Schmuggums had KO'd it with his golden boxing gloves. I don't think this Wastelander is even human. Some seriously weird logic-defying shit goes down around him. Be stationed at Ranger Station. Fucking veteran ranger strutting around, rubbing his rank in our faces. Why the fuck are the military personnel wearing jeans and cowboy boots as a uniform anyway? Ranger walks up to me. Hey soldier, I think I heard something on that cliff, go check it out. Begrudgingly go. Ain't nothing up here. Hell, the ranger probably didn't even hear anything and just wanted to mess with me. Notice some movement around the camp. Whip out binoculars and take a look. There's that fucking Wastelander tossing like 80 fucking bricks of C4 all around the camp. No one's doing shit about it. Wastelander runs off. About a minute later, entire fucking camp just gets obliterated. Wastelander runs back as if he's looking for something. Suddenly, he picks up an eyeball. Only thing left of the ranger. Before my very fucking eyes, he cuts the eye open and pulls an entire veteran ranger uniform and one of those engraved ranger revolvers out of it. I've been in mandatory therapy for months now because of this shit. I fucking swear, he pulled a uniform and revolver out of an eyeball. Be me, NCR troop. This one guy apparently did hot shit for the NCR a few times, so he gets to call us up on his radio if he needs help. Get sent over to help him. Find this guy. Some courier in a vault suit. randy-looking bastard with a million-mile blank stare on his face all the time. He has this creepy flying robot and some guy in a lab coat with him. Anyways, I rush over to his location. There's a bunch of Legion attacking him. Oh shit, .jpg. I try to help out, and the guy starts hopping away from the fight like a little bitch. Then, I swear to God, this guy pulls this giant gun and mini-nuke right out of his ass. He fires it at the Legion. I'm caught in the blast and get severe radiation poisoning. Thanks, asshole. Legion soldiers are dead. A few of them exploded into a million pieces. This randy bastard starts hopping towards the carnage. Starts looking at one piece of flesh on the ground as if he's going to find something. Somehow manages to grab throwing spears, healing powder, bullets, etc., all from what could be a piece of ass on the ground. Suddenly, this guy starts walking real slow towards the robot. He somehow shoves an entire throwing spear inside a machine no bigger than a human head. He hops away while his companions chase after him. Just when you think you've seen everything. B-19. Enlist in NCR because that's what my dad did. I'm proud of you, son. Bullshit, I hate doing this shitty job. Nothing to do, just wander around outside. I'd rather be at home playing on my PC. See figure in the distance. It's the courier. Oh, shit, .jpg. He fucking kills everything in his path. Stuff of legends. Rumored to be able to stop time. Feeling scorching desert heat. He approaches. Sweat dripping down my forehead. It's so fucking hot, .mov. Start to say something. Don't want to fuck this up. Oh god, the fucking heat. Say first thing that pops into my head. Can't fuck this up or I'm dead meat. Spaghetti falling out of my pocket. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. My face when. Let me summarize Fallout 3's plot for you. Dad killed himself rather than let his broken machine fall into the hands of people trying to fix it. As a result, a water purifier that has no reason to exist released radiation it shouldn't have, thus killing Colonel Autumn, who had no reason to be there. Then later we got through a village of children who... So we could enter Vault 87 and recover a GEC, a device which could be better put to use in virtually any possible manner besides the one which we had acquired it. The Colonel Autumn, who shouldn't be alive, captured us with a flashbang that shouldn't have worked in a place he shouldn't have been able to reach, so he could stop us from fixing the machine he wanted to fix. He then tortured us for a code that didn't matter, in which we had no reason to not give him. Then the President set us free to enact his plan, which was of no benefit to anyone, ourselves least of all. At the final battle, everyone in the world had the same goal: turn on the water purifier. Due to this overwhelming consensus, we were obliged to fight a massive war. Finally, Colonel Autumn gave his life to stop us from turning on the machine he was trying to turn on. At the end, the Enclave defeated themselves by sabotaging the machine they were trying to activate, causing it to explode even though it shouldn't, and obliging us to enter the purifier and die to radiation that wasn't actually lethal. At least until the DLC retconned our death. And don't forget Fox telling us it was our destiny to go in and die, rather than just going in and doing it himself, whom are superiorly resistant to the radiation. There's also a ghoul companion who will refuse to do it. Ghouls are healed by radiation. Inside Atomic Wrangler, sitting at the bar, drinking what little reserves they have left after 10 Lux sweeps their slots on Max Bet. Your tears are delicious, .png. Suddenly, bell rings as door opens. QT 3.14 Grill walks in. My dick shoots up faster than a noob in Quarry Junction. She walks over, sits down and orders a whiskey. Chug every booze, pop a Mentats, and tip my pre-war hat. M'lady. She looks at me and laughs, getting her drink, walking towards the stairs. Quickly whip out my dick. Get a fix on VATS. 0% chance to hit. My face when. Be it tops, recently lost girlfriend to jackals, depressed as shit, beta fag. Decide to become a stereotype, drunk gambler, etc. Go to casino. Freeze entirely. This fucking guy. Standing in the tops like he owns the joint. There's a motherfucking super mutant following him. He's got a fucking anti-material rifle clear as fucking daylight on his back. I go to the front and tell the floor manager about this. He tells me, it's cool, he's a VIP. Whatever. I'll buy some chips. Go to the roulette table. That fucking guy is here. He strips down and puts on leopard pajamas. He puts all his goddamn chips on 0-0. fucking wins. Cashes out and leaves. Couldn't even see straight after that. Be me, working at a casino. Shitty job, noisy, crowded, place smells like shit. Don't even work cards, just work cashier. Normal day. Then this fucking guy and his girl walks in. Did I say walk? I mean skip. Seriously, this guy must be fucking crazy autistic or something. He keeps hopping. He's wearing a tattered suit. Looks stained with piss, mud, and honestly could be blood. Weirdest thing is his clothes are shitty, but his watch looks like it cost a few thousand at least. It's a vintage from '77, I think. His girl is cute as fuck, redhead with a bit of a country thing going on. No idea why they're together. Floor manager taps me on the shoulder and tells me this guy's a friend of the house. Says I need to give him whatever he wants. He looks at me with this dead expression. I cannot exaggerate. This guy's fucking face. There was no emotion, just frozenness. His eyes are glazed over. He stinks worse than this place does. Drug addict for sure. Stammer out. Can I help you? He asks me a bunch of bullshit questions about my life. Who am I, etc. Why I work here. After humoring him for a while, he leaves. Goes up to my boss. Starts talking with him. Can't hear about what. They go upstairs. Thank fuck that's over. About 20 minutes later, that fucking guy walks back into the lobby. He's wearing my boss's coat, covered in blood. Holy shit, did I just become an accessory to murder? He comes up. Spaghetti and shit now coming out of my pants. He wants to turn in 250 chips. I didn't even give him any, so I'm shaking like crazy. Pay him out like he asked. He hops out of the casino. Turn on the radio. Mr. New Vegas reports that Benny's been killed. How the fuck did that happen, V? How the fuck does he get this information so goddamn fast? I was vilified with Caesar, and yet I still took a boat right into his tent. I like to imagine someone actually driving a rowboat into Caesar's tent with the intent to assassinate him. Caesar is sitting in his tent, attending to Legion business. Suddenly screams are heard in the fort. Caesar hardly has time to react as the speedboat crashes through the tent. The courier steps out, takes a step forward, and says,
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.